Look at the height and reach advantage of Bobby Lashley. Josh Burns prides himself on his punching, but needs to get inside to use it.
Two big heavyweights. Of course, Dan Mergliata, our referee, still bigger than both. Josh Burns wants to keep it standing. That man, Bobby Lashley, wants to take this fight to the ground.
Bobby, ready? Josh, ready? Let's go, fight, gentlemen.
Round number one. Our fight clock is brought to you by the official beer, Bellator Miller Lite, back in its original look. It's Miller time. Burns in the black and silver trunks, Lashley in the black trunks. Just pumping the jab.
Through the center, cost Burns. Took his feet out from under him. Lashley took advantage with the takedown.
The sibling rivalry continues. It's an all-new Ink Master Rivals Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Spike. Exactly, Jimmy, where Bobby Lashley wants to be.
Easy pass to side control.
Looking for a key lock now.
He's got it.
A lot of turn on the key lock from Lashley.
Got to pull it in and turn it. It's very extended. He can still finish here, though. Burns right now not doing anything to get out, not shifting his hips.
Burns did give a thumbs up to Dan Mergliata. Lashley let it go. Still in side control.
Problem is that if Burns doesn't improve his position, it's a matter of time here.
Lashley looking to step over the right arm of Burns. Knee on bicep. Trying to work the crucifix now is Lashley.
What this lets him do is go back and forth from ground and pound to fishing for that Americana.
Back to the key lock he goes. And a thumbs up from Burns. But a grimaced look on his face.
Thumbs up is nice, it won't last forever. Has to improve his position. You see he has flat hips, now turning a little bit. To not let his hips get flat, he has to be bumping, trying to scoot that leg in and get back to guard. Looks like he's cut.
Burns cut. You see above the right eye in his forehead. Cut opened up by a sharp, downward striking Lashley elbow. Jimmy, Lashley, we talked about as he walked in, so muscular. Again going for the key lock. But as a professional wrestler, he knows how to use his weight. He knows how to use his body.
Yeah, he certainly does. The problem he's having with the Americana is not pulling the wrist close to the head. He's trying to finish it with the arm extended, where the arm has a lot more rotation on it. You can still crank it, but it's all muscle. If he pulls it like that, closer to the head, now he can lift the elbow and finish.
Back again, figure fouring his hands.
So far, being very patient with this, not spending a lot of energy when it's in bad position. Josh Burns so far just not going anywhere.
90 seconds remaining, round number one of this heavyweight fight. Burns stuck on his back. Side control of Lashley. Repeated attempts at the key lock. And again going for it.
Now it's a Kimura. It's in the other direction. Now he can crank and finish. Wants to step over the head, but he can finish from here if he's able to bring that wrist close enough to the hip.
From the key lock transition, now the Kimura, as you said, trying to turn the elbow the other way. Now straightening the arm, and again Lashley loses it. Short elbows from Lashley.
Burns has to get out of this position in order to be successful. Lashley can keep going back to various submissions, change it up with his ground and pound. He can do that all day. Burns can only hold out so long here. Might make it through the first round, but has to be more active with his hips.
One-way traffic for Bobby Lashley, round number 1 of his Bellator debut. But still we fight on.
And I was wondering when this moment was going to happen, when he committed to his ground and pound. Now going back to the submission.
Closing seconds of round number 1. Lashley holding top position. We'll go to round 2. The Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation has assigned tonight's judges. Jimmy, your scorecard, 10-9 or 10-8 for Bobby Lashley?
I went 10-9 just because it didn't show that
ready,
fight-stopping damage.
Ready,
Dominant position, but not that fight-stopping damage I need for a 10-8, but easy 10-9.
For those of you scoring at home, under the unified rules of MMA, which are used in the US and Canada, you're not rewarded for submission defense. So effective striking and effective grappling is the #1 criteria. Even though Lashley could not find the submission finish, repeated submission attempts.
First round cost both guys a lot of gas. I would say cost Burns a bit more. He had to really power his way out of those submissions. Ground strikes landed, a washout 28-1 for Bobby Lashley.
That courtesy of CompuStrike. Remember, you can see real-time stats courtesy of CompuStrike on the Bellator app. Download it now, free of charge.
Lashley doing some damage with that jab. Another nice jab from Lashley.
Hands down, a reset for Josh Burns.
Burns more concerned about the takedown than he is about getting his own offense going, and he's eating that jab hook over the top. That kind of loopy jab. Going right over the left hand of Burns because he's more concerned about the takedown than throwing his own punches.
Just like we saw in the feint shot there. Lashley pumping the right jab from the southpaw stance.
Lashley right now throwing the better combinations. Right now getting more comfortable with the stand-up.
What a look of intensity on the face of Bobby Lashley. Driving for the takedown with an ankle pick, and he gets it. Went for the single leg transition to an ankle pick. Back to side control goes Bobby Lashley. And again, Josh Burns flat of his back, center of the Bellator cage.
Looks like he's angling for a north-south choke. And he is going around toward the head. Gave up on it and circled back.
Lashley in a position to step over to full mount, swinging over his left leg. Staying inside control. Now he does. You can feel it coming, Jimmy.
Nice transition by Lashley. Good position to sit up and do some damage here. He's staying very low, staying very cautious.
Remember, join the global conversation amongst Bellator fans on Twitter. Use the hashtag Bellator123.
Lashley being methodical here. Short punches, forearms. Not raising up and throwing big shots.
3 more massive fights coming your way. McCrory versus Ward in the middleweight division. Jacoby versus King Mo in the light heavyweight division. And Pitbull Current 2 for the featherweight world championship.
Arm triangle opportunity here for Lashley. Great submission for wrestlers, and he's transitioned the wrong way. Went into half guard. Could be he wants to really load up on that right hand.
Multiple cuts on the forehead of Josh Burns. It's from the elbow strikes of Lashley from side control, not the punches.
I think Burns might be looking for a way out here.
Orgliata taking a closer look. You see leaning in now. Orgliata said you've got to do something. Burns tried to explode, but there's Lashley. Now looking for the rear naked choke.
Got it.
And he gets it. There's the tap.
You okay, though?
Success in his Bellator debut for Bobby Lashley.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of a rear naked choke. Official time, 3 minutes, 54 seconds into round number 2. The winner by submission, Bobby Lashley.
Great show of class from both Lashley and Burns. There was a lot of clash from Lashley as well. Let's go to Jimmy.
I'm here with your winner, Bobby Lashley. Bobby, we knew you had a great takedown. It seems like you're getting comfortable with your striking, going for the submissions. Is that the best you've ever felt in the cage skill-wise?
Well, I actually feel good. I mean, I'm not really fatigued, not tired too much. I wanted to do a little bit more with the striking, but, you know, I always got to go to my go-to.
Now, you've said this run in Bellator is the run of your career. You've called out some big names. Obviously, Czech Congo winning earlier in the evening. What are your thoughts on your future in Bellator in this division?
Well, I think I got to keep moving forward, and since I had a pretty good camp this time, there's no time off. I'm going right back into camp. I got some big matches coming up and some big training camps coming up, so I'm just going to keep going and see what Bellator hands me next.
Your winner, Bobby Lashley. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see how these two big heavyweights line up with our tale of the tape. It is brought to you by Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, Play.
And you said it, big heavyweights. Carl Etherington, 11 pounds heavier than Bobby Lashley. He thinks his physicality is going to be key tonight.
All right, gentlemen, this is 3 rounds in the Bellator heavyweight division. We've been over the rules. I expect you to follow my instructions, protect yourself at all times. Carl, you have any questions? Bobby, any questions? All right, touch gloves, back up, we'll get it going.
That was a quality stare down, Jimmy.
Carl Etherington said people are scared going into the cage against Bobby Lashley. I am not.
All right, gentlemen, here we go. First round. You ready? You ready? Let's go, fight.
The bell in round number 1. Huge heavyweights. Lashley 2 inches taller than Etherington at 6'3". The Englishman Carl Etherington weighing in 11 pounds bigger than Lashley at 258.
Good turn by Lashley, putting Etherington against the fence.
Short inside knee from Lashley.
Etherington has to make Lashley work for the takedown.
Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by the official beer of Bellator, Miller Lite, back in its original look.
Oh, watch that. Stop. Stop.
Knee to the
Stop.
cup. Time
Step
called
right
by
over
Rob
here, Carl.
Hines.
My time. Right over here, sir. Right over here. Bobby, how you doing?
Come on.
You need a couple seconds?
Let's go.
You got time to go?
I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Stay right here for me. Carl, you need to watch that knee to the groin, okay? All
Against the fence.
Here we go, gentlemen.
Yeah, knee right
Time
to the
ready?
cup.
Here we go. Fight.
Lashley choosing to take virtually none of his allotted 5 minutes. Time in. Etherington in the red trunks, Lashley in the black
Rob
trunks.
Hines, usually a great referee, but I disagree with that call, separating them in the cage. Lashley was in good position up against the fence. In the restart, they were in the center of the cage. I would have restarted them where they left off. As it is, now it's Etherington has Lashley up against the fence. And he just, a slip by Etherington, just fell down.
Now Lashley going to work. Etherington playing all defense. Hines taking a really close look. Jackhammer right hand by Lashley. Looking to finish down the left hand, and he does finish. TKO win for Bobby Lashley.
His legs just went out from under him there. Did not see what caused that.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, it ends officially 1 minute 31 seconds into round number 1 by way of a tap out due to strikes. The winner, Bobby Lashley.
Big ovation for Bobby Lashley. Let's go to Jimmy.
I'm here with your winner, Bobby Lashley. Your opponent, Carl Etherington, was true to his word. He came right out at you, but as soon as you had an advantage, man, you went for the finish.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the sport's about, man. You don't want to stand there too long because you risk a chance to getting hit back. So as soon as I had that opportunity, I went a little nuts.
You talked about the strides you've made in your technique, the strides you've made in your training. How did everything feel physically out there against a guy just as big as you were?
Man, you know what? I got a training partner right there, Alex Helson. That's amazing, man. I believe going against any other heavyweight is not even an issue because I got one of the best heavyweights in the world training with me every day. So that's what it's all about.
Now, speaking about going against other heavyweights, you said, this is my title run. That's what I'm here for, to be a world champion. How did it feel to have this step behind you and moving forward?
I feel good, man. Every time when I get into this cage, I start feeling better and better. I'm moving faster. I'm hitting harder. And God forbid they try to take me down, they get punished.
Now, this crowd here in Kansas very much behind you. How did that feel, man?
Man, I'm from Kansas. This is my home state, Kansas. I love it here, man.
Your winner, Bobby Lashley. You will see him again soon.
Let's now do the numbers.
You see right here the record. 9-2 for Dan Charles, 12-2 for Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley used to fighting in front of big crowds in Bellator.
Dan Charles knows that the moment is at hand to literally change the course of his MMA career. Bobby Lashley sees this as another step towards claiming Bellator's heavyweight world title, the bell, and round number 1.
Charles, the smaller fighter, he needs to use that to his advantage. Stay on the bike just like he's doing now.
Blue gloves for Charles, red gloves for Lashley. So much for the stand-up for the Muay Thai. Hits the takedown immediately, Jimmy. The opening was there and he took it.
Yeah, Charles does not want this.
Charles was a high school wrestler in Arizona. He said that he feels he has good enough fundamentals in wrestling. He's really been focusing on his MMA wrestling to get out of grounded situations, and he did. Charles said it's not so much about being taken down, it's about being held down. Jump knee by Charles. Double change from Lashley, Charles pulls out.
Problem is, Charles is being aggressive on the feet. A lot of times that plays into the takedown of your opponent.
Inside kick from Charles, that landed on the knee. Run forward with those straight punches.
He's got to angle a bit more, make Lashley come to him.
Lashley just scooping the legs for the takedown.
Charles turning his back in order to use his wrestling escapes. Lashley, though, countering with a wrestling ride here.
Lashley trying to suck in the wrist. Lashley staying very patient, then hits the suplex. Left hands from Lashley. Knee to the thigh from Lashley, and another. So Charles was keeping himself grounded. Hands on the canvas. Lashley then not able to legally knee the head, but of course hurt the body. Going back to the thigh. Those are big shots of attrition, Jimmy, to the thigh of Charles.
He's also leaning on Charles, trying to take the energy out of him. Trying to use his physical talents to wear Charles out. Another beautiful takedown.
Power and technique from Lashley. For another suplex. We go belly to back on Charles. More knees to the thigh.
Those pay dividends if you use them early on in a fight. Attack the legs. Takes away your stability in rounds 2 and 3 if we get that far.
John McCarthy just warned Charles, don't grab the fence. Charles doing everything he can to defend the takedown. Couldn't defend it there. One-way traffic at the moment in favor of Bobby Lashley. 1:35 remaining, round number 1.
Problem is a late notice fight for Dan Charles. Does he have the gas to go into rounds 2 and 3, especially if Lashley's able to put this kind of pressure on him in round 1?
Good stomp from Lashley.
Did not have a full count.
And Charles playing all defense at the moment.
Right now, Lashley not rushing anything, content to keep him against the fence and chop him down.
Do something with it.
Lashley looking for another suplex. Partial, but he still hit the takedown.
Man, just ragdolling Charles. Lashley, a ton of physical ability at heavyweight. Monster strong.
Thudding right hands by Lashley. Charles back to his feet, but still in a bad position. Lashley just relentless with his positioning, Jimmy.
Let's go, work it out, come
It's
on.
one of those things, if you had a full camp for Dan Charles, you might think his strategy is, you know, weather the storm in the first round and a half, and then turn it on in rounds 2 and 3. But a short notice fight, he might not have that kind of gas. This is not where he wants to be at the end of round 1.
Final seconds, round number 1. Lashley looking for another takedown. The knee into the chest. All Bobby Lashley here in the opening round.
Get up.
Round number 2. Jimmy, your scorecard opening round.
Easy 10-9, Bobby Lashley. A lot of positional control. Charles going for the triangle.
Power bomb from Lashley.
Slamming his way out of it.
Ill-advised unless you have the strength and the power of Bobby Lashley.
These takedowns are just
Watch where it
coming
goes,
way
Bobby.
too easily for Bobby
go.
Lashley. If you're Charles, you have to make him expend energy on failed takedowns. He hasn't had to do that very often. As soon as he's been in, he's just flung Charles to the ground.
Powerful right hands from Lashley. Lashley has been really impressive. Most impressive to me, Jimmy, is his positioning.
Basically wrestling rights. He hasn't tried to put the hooks in like a jiu-jitsu fighter would. He's been content to stay here and land shots against Charles.
Still to come tonight, our co-main event, Daniel Weichel versus the
Let go of it,
champion
Dan.
Patricio Pitbull for Bellator's featherweight world title. And then our main event of the evening, Ken Shamrock facing Kimbo Slice. Lashley just relentless with the waist cinch. Again, the takedown. Not full belly to back, but he is still hitting those takedowns.
Charles has tried to use wrestling style escapes, wrist control right from here. And every time, Lashley has just brought him back to the mat. No space at all.
For Charles, Jimmy, I think this is a fight about space, and there has been no space whatsoever.
Early in this round, the problem was he let himself get back right against the fence. That's when Lashley likes to shoot.
What did Charles tell us? Make Lashley move backwards, angles, footwork, don't stand in front of him. Again, taken down. He's not standing in front of Lashley because Lashley continually has the belly to back position from the waist cinch.
Come on, Dan, you gotta work your way out, let's go.
You hear Big John McCarthy telling Charles, you've got to start working. Charles bleeding from his nose.
Don't hold it. Don't hold it, there you go. Don't hold it. Come on, Dan, you gotta
You're
move,
going to see
let's
the
go.
gas running out of Charles. Lashley just all over him throughout this fight. Hasn't been able to roll, hasn't been able to escape. No space at all. And just slumped against the fence.
See McCarthy knocking the hands out of the cage for Dan Charles.
He's going to be close to taking a point. I'm a little surprised he hasn't taken one yet.
Charles knows it's illegal, but he's doing everything he can to just stop the takedowns.
It's very hard to even rest your hand against the fence without having the finger slip through, and that's grabbing, that's illegal. They usually have to do it a lot before they'll take a point.
Look at the positioning of John McCarthy. The closer he gets, the more likely he is to stop this fight.
Also,
This is all Bobby Lashley.
Lashley now looks like he was going for rear naked, just brought that arm back. One thing to keep in mind is Lashley doesn't need a lot of space to hit you with a lot of power.
John McCarthy talks about, Jimmy, you can't just defend and eat punches. You've got to try to fight back. Charles is not fighting back at the moment.
He's in no position to fight back.
That is it. You can see it coming. You can see it building. And there it is. TKO win for Bobby Lashley. Dominant from start to finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, referee John McCarthy waves off the contest. Official time, 4 minutes, 14 seconds into round number 2. The winner by TKO, Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley now 13-2 in his pro MMA career with 10 finishes. Very much in title contention in Bellator's heavyweight division.
What can you highlight but the weight? James Thompson just under the 265-pound limit. Bobby Lashley, 240, a lighter, faster heavyweight.
Are you ready, fighter? Are you ready, fighter? Let's go. Time to back up.
The fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite, the original Pilsner Cheers. It's Miller time. Jimmy, 25 pounds is a big difference.
It's a huge difference. Look at the speed of that takedown.
And this is what's incredible about Bobby Lashley. He can take a big man down like that. This is where he needs to be the whole fight.
And in 15 minutes in the first fight, he barely got him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do, get it done quickly. He has an evolving submission game. They have no sweat on them. It's where it's easy to lock a guy up. But right now, he's starting out with the ground and pound. Great job softening Thompson up.
He's doing a great job right now. Bobby's really gotten great position. He's getting a lot of good blows in right now. This is it, man. This could be it.
He had that left arm tied up. That's how he was able to rain those blows down. And Bobby Lashley has come out on fire. James Thompson has been in trouble, and it's over.
Wow.
The exact kind of performance Bobby Lashley needed.
And James Thompson has just fallen over trying to get up. You thought that was an early stoppage. He couldn't even rise to his feet.
That was not the same fight that happened three and a half years ago. That was unbelievable. What a great fight. What a great way for Bobby Lashley to end this fight. Wow, I'm impressed. I am impressed.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes quickly. 54 seconds into round number 1. The winner by TKO, Bobby Lashley.
7th consecutive win for Bobby Lashley, and now for the first time he can truly look ahead to the heavyweight title. He's with Jimmy Smith.
Bobby, my first question for you. You wanted to throw hands, you wanted to finish, you didn't want to leave it to the judges. How does it feel to do that in the first minute of the first round?
That feels good, man. I had a great training camp. I feel light. I feel fast today, so I knew that I could probably do anything I wanted in that fight.
Now, I had Kurt Angle beside me during your fight. He was impressed by that takedown. Talked about your athleticism, your speed. What does that mean for your opponents moving forward?
Man, they got to do more than just practice defense, because I don't think they can stop my takedown. I don't think any of these heavyweights can stop my takedown.
Now, my question for you, he was hurt by that single leg takedown. You saw him escorted out of the cage. No, you don't like seeing that. Did you know he was hurt right away, or was it ground and pound? You didn't know until afterward that he was injured. Could you feel it?
Man, I take my hat off to James. When I took that shot, I felt his knee pop. I heard it pop. I didn't know what it was. I thought it maybe was just a boo, but then he couldn't get back up. And then he just took some shots until he couldn't take any more.
Well, an outstanding performance, Bobby. Congratulations. We'll see you again soon.
And look at it here, the height difference. Bobby Lashley, 6'3" to Josh Appelt's 5'10".
Gentlemen, you know the rules. I do expect a clean fight. Obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Back up, let's fight.
We know how dominant Bobby Lashley has been on the ground. Josh Appelt has been. The question is, can he get Bobby Lashley to the ground?
Yeah, it's the positioning that makes the strikes effective. Can he get it?
Bobby, take a step. Bobby, take a step backwards for me. Here we go. You ready? You ready? Fight!
The fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Cheers. It's Miller time. Bobby Lashley has been dominant inside the Bellator cage. The much anticipated rematch with James Thompson was a no contest. It was a run over in a minute for Bobby Lashley.
there's a downside to being dominant. People still question if with his frame, with his build, can he go a hard 15 minutes? Can he push in the third round? For Appelt, that's where you want to get him.
I asked him this week about the pro wrestling schedule and where time comes to have a camp. He works it around the pro wrestling schedule.
Which is murder. People don't know a pro wrestling schedule. It is murder.
It's not what it used to be in terms of every day being on the road, but it still is not ideal. Bobby Lashley got that right in. Don't forget, still to come, not only Kendall Grove and Alexander Shlemenko in our main event, Tito Ortiz and Chael Sonnen go face to face in their debate, if you will, the first conversation after it was announced they will meet on January 21st.
Appelt here, it's all defense, trying to wear Bobby Lashley down, make him work in these positions. Don't make the takedown easy. Stay patient, stay safe. That's what I would advise him to do. Nice knee. Bobby Lashley's talked about how his kickboxing has gotten so much better. He's throwing with confidence tonight.
Josh Appelt walking away, but the referee didn't say there was an eye poke, so you got to keep fighting.
Therefore, there wasn't an eye poke. Got to keep fighting. This easy takedown.
Josh Appelt has had a lot of little stoppages like that in his fights. Low blows when he went down where people questioned whether he was really hit low or not.
Could have been a punch to the eye, because he didn't motion to the referee, he just started pawing at his eye.
Tito Ortiz, Chael Sonnen conversation has already begun. It's going on all day on social media, and they will talk to each other later on tonight on Spike.
Appelt's got to move here, giving up his back. Worst place to be against Bobby Lashley.
Watch the back of the head, Bobby.
Only halfway through this round.
Back of the head, hold his ear, please.
He's flattening out. He's in big trouble here, Sean.
Josh Appelt has been in there with bad water, Carl Seomanatafa, but he hasn't been in deep water like this.
Talk about having a mountain on top of you.
He's able to buck, at least for the moment. Still is giving his back, and has 2 minutes to go to get to the bell.
And that is an eternity in this position. Bobby Lashley's a guy you can't give a physical or positional advantage to. He's just too strong. He's generating a lot of power, even at short range.
The pro wrestling pedigree is so well known, so dominant. And when you think of Bobby Lashley, you forget he was a two-time national champion at Missouri Valley College.
That's what impresses me, is the amateur wrestling background. Appelt right now is getting beasted.
Bobby Lashley now has that right arm up. Appelt can't protect himself. Got Kimura position. He's got a lot of options here.
Yep. Briefly thought about the key lock, couldn't lock it up. With that wrestling ride, look at him hooking the right foot of Appelt. Appelt covering up, but the ribs. He's got to do something. A minute left. He has been in survival mode this entire fight.
Appelt has some impressive wins, 3 of them inside the Bellator cage, where he has been nowhere close to Bobby Lashley's level here for 4 minutes.
I don't think it's going to take a whole lot for the referee to stop as he pops up exactly at the right time. But Bobby Lashley taking advantage. And he's fighting back just enough to keep this fight going. Went for the Americana, but was in half guard. It's hard to finish there. 17 seconds.
Josh Appelt just wants to say to his grandkids one day he got through the first round with Bobby Lashley. One-way traffic. We had 2 first-round finishes to begin things tonight at Spike, and we very nearly had a third with Kendall Grove and Alexander Shlemenko in a huge middleweight fight waiting in the wings in the main event.
You ready? Let's fight.
I'm not getting paid by the round tonight. curious how much Bobby Lashley slows down after that attack. That offense he put on at the end of the first round. How much gas does he have left?
10-8 first round.
10-8 first round.
Now Josh Appelt, the only chance for him to do damage is there on his feet. He got one good shot.
Caught in the guillotine, though.
Guillotines him just to get him to the ground into a wrestling position. Surprised he didn't stay with that?
A little surprised, but it was smart to let it go when he did. Josh Appelt came out second round with a lot of confidence, but this is exactly, once again, where he doesn't want to be.
And now much earlier in the round.
Yep.
He survived 2.5 minutes in this spot in round 1.
Tried to roll, but that's not going to happen.
And now Bobby Lashley in full mount.
Kind of a modified Grammy roll, and not going to catch Bobby Lashley in that. Been wrestling too long.
Bobby Lashley just teeing off. Does Josh Appelt have enough just to hang in here? And there you go. That is a shutout, ladies and gentlemen. He showed you the numbers at the start of the fight. Bobby Lashley picking up where he left off. And he is got that. We're done. Bobby Lashley had so many options in that fight with Josh Appelt on the ground. He was looking Kimura, he was looking key lock. None of those were there for him. He waited and waited for that rear naked choke, and it took no time at all to finish him.
If I call it wrestler's jiu-jitsu, pressure, 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 great ground and pound.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of a rear naked choke. The official time, 1 minute, 43 seconds into round number 2. The winner by submission, Bobby Lashley.
He has been untouched. Bobby Lashley knocking on the door. He's with Jimmy Smith.
I've been working out. You punch me in the stomach and hurt something. I'm with your winner, Bobby Lashley. Bobby, trying to one-up your friend, Jerry the King Lawler, who's cage side. That was a one-sided performance all the way through. That's what you wanted?
Yo, absolutely, man. I got the king in my corner. You know, I had to show him up a little bit, to show him what I'm doing for professional wrestling. On top of it, my guys over here, Josh Barnett to corner me. He's always been by my side. Brother Fareed, all the guys back in Colorado, Mark, so many people I have to thank, but man, feels good.
What did it take? You talked about how your jiu-jitsu had improved over the last few months, but Appelt took a lot of beating to get him into that position. We were surprised he made it through round 1.
Yeah, you know, I was trying to go for submission the whole time, and he was kind of hard. He was a strong guy, moving around a lot. I couldn't get him into position, but we striked to submission. So I just kept hitting him until he opened something up.
You know the situation with the heavyweight title. A lot of people want that goal. They talk about a one-night tournament. What do you have to say to everybody at Bellator, man?
Well, I got a lot of people to go after. I mean, first person I have to go after is Eddie Edwards. You'll find out that later. But then after that, you know, the heavyweight tournament is wide open. I know they're having me in that contest, in that tournament. I don't know where they are, but the powers that be put me in, and I'm ready to go.
You heard it, Bobby Lashley, outstanding performance tonight. Congratulations. Give it up for him.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.